जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्या।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां ज्ञानसम्बन्धमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, participants, visitors sitting with us all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. There are some even senior devotees who feel, I cannot remember which chakra is where. Don't worry, you don't need to remember. You just don't need to remember. Wherever required, I will use the English word for you to meditate or understand. These 7 energy centers are like a thought currents. When we awaken these 7 energy centers by proper understanding and proper processes, kriyas, the inner awakening, conscious awakening, Chaitanya Jagrata in Sanskrit happens to you, you start moving towards the higher level of your existence. Whenever you have the hangover of low frequency or low energy emotions in you, these major energy points shrink. When Tatuvas become Satya, means principles become reality, you live enlightenment. Those 4 Tatuvas, the principles, are integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching yourself and others. Please understand. These are not like moral teachings, no. These 4 are not moral principles. These 4 are to kindle life in you. Life is not a pot to be filled. It is a fire to be kindled. It kindles the Kundalini, fire energy in you. The fire which is in you, which needs to be kindled, is Kundalini, life energy, the inner potential energy. Before we begin the session, I would like to ask each one of you to make a commitment for these 3 things. First, Shravana, listening. In the Vedic tradition, Shravana, listening, is the first step, and listening is God. Second, Manana, contemplating or internalizing. In Sanskrit, manana means internalizing. Third, nididhyasana, enriching, expressing, radiating. Because the Vedic tradition declares only a disciple who is listening, the Tatuvas, truths can be told. Otherwise, the Guru's head will burst. No, it says. Now I know why I have so much problem. Because I told to the people who are not listening, that is why my head is bursting. Because people who have not listened are trying to throw stones. Of course, I have my own helmet to protect me. There are 7 energy centers in your body. Please understand, each energy center blocks the energy due to some of your ignorant patterns, thought patterns. If you can allow, the energy can move higher. When it moves higher, it leads you to the higher consciousness. The Chaitanya Chakra, the conscious awakening happens. This program, Nitya Dhyana Yoga, I have designed to introduce new way of living to you all. Please understand. First thing, listen. Life starts happening to you when you start listening. Life starts happening to you when you start listening. Through this program, I am aiming at removing the many knots, thought currents, and introducing you a new way of living, new way of life. Many of you would have seen in your life the difference between human beings. Listen. Two friends would have completed their medicine, came out of the college, same year, same batch, close friends. After 25 years, one will be sitting in the same small village, reading the old newspaper, Hindu newspaper, attending each patient for 20 rupee, and having a big glass to read the Hindu newspaper, maybe having 5 patients a day, and the other will be head of the chain of hospitals. I saw Bill Gates saying in one of his lectures, he's quoting some of his classmate. His classmate has passed the exam, all papers. He failed, Bill Gates failed in 3 papers. And now he is the owner of the Microsoft. The classmate who passed is an engineer in the Microsoft. Now this happens. What is the difference? Why somebody is there and somebody is here. Difference is, please understand, the main component which makes difference in your life is life itself. Not education, not money, nothing else. Life itself. Ability to live the life, ability to allow the life to express through you. Learning to live. In this 2-day program, I am introducing the basic tattvas to learn to live. Please understand, the basic 4 tattvas to learn to live. Tattvas. Tattva means the principles which awakens your consciousness. In Sanskrit we call it Chaitanya Jagratam. To awaken your consciousness, life in you. To awaken life in you. These 4 tattvas, principles, when they become satya, reality in your life, you live enlightenment. So these 4 principles are introduction to enlightenment. Please understand, you are going to live with these principles forever in your life. The principles will live through you. So please listen. This is the most memorable moment in your life. These principles are so powerful. I feel the moment I heard them in my life first time was the life infused into me. Whenever you have the hangover of low frequency, low energy emotions in you, the major energy points or chakras shrink in you. They collapse in you. That is what leads you to the state of being at disease with your body. You are left with disease. On the other hand, whenever you experience these principles as reality in your life, integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching yourself and others, you will experience the high frequency, high energy emotions like living without conflicts, having the courage to face the life, living without worries, expressing pure love and uniqueness, and simply flowing with life without being bound by the identity, gratitude, and being content with everything happening in your life. When such high frequency or high energy emotions flow in you, your chakras expand, leaving you experience and express more and more vitality, health, life energy. We call that as Kundalini Shakti. If you see in our temples, you will see a man with a beard, a snake on his head, statue. He is a Saint Patanjali, embodiment of this science which you are learning now. He is the founder of this science. He himself has experienced that Kundalini energy completely awakened. That is why we depict him as an awakened snake. When your Kundalini awakens, you will feel, that is the way you will feel your body, like a snake awakened. We will work step by step with each of these energy centers, chakras, today and tomorrow. I'll give you the practical techniques. Kriyas. Kriya means process, techniques, which will awaken each of your energy centers and Kundalini Shakti, your innate dormant life energy that's lying inside you, waiting to be used.
जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्या।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां ज्ञानसम्बन्धमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respect. We will work step by step with each of these energy centers, chakras, today and tomorrow. I'll give you the practical techniques. Kriyas. Kriya means process, techniques, which will awaken each of your energy centers and Kundalini Shakti, your innate dormant life energy that's lying inside you, waiting to be used. So first I'll enter into the first center, root chakra, root center. The first principle you need to learn, Tattva, is integrity. Please understand. Integrity means making every commitment you give for you and others as reality, even by giving your life. Please listen. Listen. Integrity is not morality. It is not ethics. Ethics is what is expected of you from the society you are living, as right or wrong behavior. Again, morality is certain expectations of the society which changes from country to country, society to society. Integrity is not ethics. It is not morality. I am not saying don't be moral, don't be ethical. I am not saying be ethical, be moral. I am not touching that subject. I only want you to understand integrity is not your ethics. Integrity means being authentic to the words you give for yourself and to others. Listen. The words you give it to you, let me define integrity. Integrity is you fulfilling the word and thought you give it to yourself and others and experiencing a state of Purnatva, completion, is integrity. Listen. Integrity is you fulfilling the word and thought you give it to yourself and to others and experiencing a state of Purnatva, completion with yourself and with life. It is so unfortunate. You go on giving words to you and to others and do not bother to fulfill, do not bother to honor it. We start thinking, what is there? What is the evidence for the word I gave it for myself and for others? If I don't fulfill, what is there? Nothing wrong. You can run your life like a mom shop, pop shop. You can live without integrity, no doubt. But you will be living only that way. Only when this principle happens in your life, success happens in your life. The awakening of energy happens in your life. Please understand, listen. The first thing is the words you give it to yourself. Whenever you don't fulfill, complete the words you give it to yourself, there will be a deep disrespect to you, and you won't have confidence over yourself. For example, you give a word to yourself. Tomorrow morning I'll get up and do Nitya Dhyan. 2 days you will be able to do. Third day something happens. You get that cute, sweet feeling in the morning. One day if I sleep, it's okay, what is there? After all, Swamiji is not going to be angry with me. You will have some justification. You are the prosecution, you are the accused, and you are the judge. Finally you give the judgment, it's okay, I can sleep. You fall asleep. Suddenly, and one more thing, one day if you break, next day you will not be able to start. I challenge. How many of you cognize with what I am saying? One day if you break, you will not be able to start next day. And time goes, after a week, while you are changing the channel, suddenly you see one of my satsang. And no, I have to do this. From tomorrow I am going to do the Nitya Dhyan. And you buy a new alarm clock. I don't know why these guys always, whenever they decide to wake up in the morning, they buy a new alarm. They don't trust the old alarm. Whether it is a sentiment or not, they always tend to buy a new alarm. And if you decide to run in the morning, you always buy a new shoe. Why? With old shoes you can't run? No. So next day, the alarm is ready. The yoga mat is ready. You already informed the whole house. And they are all literally ready with a fire engine and everything. You wake up. And you do second day also. And then you continue maybe 3-4 days. Again. This time you are not responsible because some of your friend has come to your house as a guest. So it is very easy to put the blame on somebody. Oh yes, come from all the way, I have to take care of him. I cannot leave him alone and be blowing my nose in the morning. It will be disturbing. Some reason you have, it breaks. And anyhow, that fellow will leave after 3 days. Then again break. Again after a month, for some reason, either you see a YouTube satsang or you come to Bangalore, Bididi. After seeing again what happens? This time I won't. You start. Please understand. After failing 3-4 times, a deep distrust on you settles in you. You lose confidence over you. How many of you can cognize what I am saying? Even in small things, the word you give it to you, when you don't fulfill them, you lose the self-confidence. Very costly, I tell you. Very costly lose. If you are given a word to you that you will become a doctor and you don't fulfill, you will never be able to regain confidence over you. The word you give it to you, if you don't honor, you will lose confidence over you. The word you give it to others, if you don't honor, others will lose confidence over you. Honoring the word you give it to yourself and to others is integrity. For example, you tell somebody you will give them 1 lakh rupee, honor it by giving your life. That is integrity. If you can't honor, tell them very clearly, I will not be able to fulfill, I committed with you, but I can't fulfill. Please, you plan for something else, plan B. You go for plan B. You go for next plan. I will not be able to fulfill. Even if you tell them, it is integrity. Understand? If you complete with them saying, I committed with you, but now I am telling you, I am not able to fulfill the commitment. So now I free you from my word, and free me from my word. I free you and me from this commitment. Even that is integrity. All of you understand? So that you don't make a mess in their life. You don't create a mess in their life. They are not there waiting for your word. Same way with you. Give word to yourself only what you can fulfill. Don't think, at least the word I have given to others, there is evidence, witness. The word I gave it to me, what is the witness? What is there? It's after all for me, it's okay. No. When you give words and don't fulfill, one part of you loses confidence over you, and that part looks at you like a comedy piece. Listen, how many of you feel whenever you make a big decision in your life, one part of you laughs at you saying you will never be able to do it? Go. Raise your hand. How many of you feel that? That part, relax, that part which is wounded by your continuous words and not fulfilling, that part only is laughing at you. There will always be a deep hangover in you if you have given words to you and did not fulfill it. Even if you are not able to fulfill it, it's okay. At least complete it by freeing yourself from that commitment. For example, if you constantly give word to you that I will become doctor, finally you ended up in being engineer. Now, at least sit with yourself and complete that part. O myself, I have given you a word that I will become a doctor, but for various reasons it is not happening. Reason is not important. You don't even need to give a reason. Reason is a reason is a reason. Reason is not important. But if you sit with you and tell yourself, I am not going to become doctor, so I complete myself from this word and I liberate myself from this commitment. Please remember, I am not going to become doctor. I am completing the word I have given you. I tell you, you will become integrated. one, a whole. As on now, you are just a whole, H-O-L-E. You will become whole, W-H-O-L-E. How many of you don't care to honor the word you gave it to yourself? Raise your hand. It is. This is where the problem starts. And we don't even think the words given to us need to be honored. Then what happens, by and by, you start thinking in a very unconscious way. Very unconscious way. You plan for something. You just don't even remember to execute it.
जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्या।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां ज्ञानसम्बन्धमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respect. How many of you don't care to honor the word you gave it to yourself? Raise your hand. It is. This is where the problem starts. And we don't even think the words given to us need to be honored. Then what happens, by and by, you start thinking in a very unconscious way. Very unconscious way. You plan for something. You just don't even remember to execute it. See, you plan for something, spending some 5-6 hours. Tomorrow onwards I am going to start this and do this. And next day morning, you just forget and sleep. And when you get up, you simply go and watch a movie and come back and sleep. Raise your hand. How many of you cognize that this you do in your life? Relax. Do you understand what has happened to you? Out of integrity with you destroys you. Just destroys you. You don't need a separate enemy. If you have an enemy who is out of integrity with himself, you just don't need to be afraid of him. He has enough enemy to fight with himself. He can't do anything to you. Don't worry. Out of integrity means he is nothing but few bones and waste flesh. Because life starts only when you decide to be integrated with you. Understand? When you don't honor the words you give it to you, by and by, this becomes a pattern, and so unconsciously you go on planning and do not execute even 1 inch. This is like a big hole in the pot. This is the hole in your root center. All the energy goes down. The first floor or the second floor will never get water. In the ground floor, tap is open and broken. If the ground floor tap is broken, the first floor or second floor will not have water, because no water will be going up. Non-integrity with you is the broken tap in the ground floor. Listen, not having self-confidence, continuously planning but not executing, not having respect for yourself. All these three happens when you are not integrated with you and honor the words you give it to you. This is the most dangerous pattern. How many of you cognize you have this pattern? Raise your hand. This is where you move out of your life. You move out of your life. Understand, when you are not honoring the words you give it to you, your thinking becomes unconscious. Anything you may think, you don't care. After all, I am not going to do anything, it's okay, you go on. You put your thinking in automatic mode. You can play video game in automatic mode, but not real game. You can drive car in the video game in automatic way, but in reality you can't drive in automatic way. The root center is blocked when you live in fantasy and not connected with reality. What is reality? Listen, what is reality? First understand, you have thoughts and words happening inside you and outside you. Am I right? You have a thoughts and words happening inside you and outside you. Actually, words happening inside is thoughts, and thoughts happening outside is words. So you have two reality, inner reality and outer reality. Outer reality is the result you produce due to inner reality. Am I right? All of you understand? Outer reality is the result you produce in your life. It is actions you take outside you. It is the actions you take outside you. Your outer reality is the results you produce in your life. It is the action you take outside you. The actions you take while responding to external situations of your life, an action you take while interacting with other people in your life, is your outer reality. Outer reality includes words and thoughts you express outside you. The thoughts you express outside you is outer reality. The inner reality is the words and thoughts you express inside you. Your inner reality is the experience you carry about your outer reality. Listen, your inner reality is the experience you carry about the outer reality. Whenever there is a mismatch in your inner and outer reality, you are no more living life in reality. Whenever there is a mismatch in your inner and outer reality, you are no more living life in reality. You are living in fantasy, and your Kundalini does not go even to the second floor. Forget about first floor. It is just locked and sealed. Your root center is blocked. Unfortunately, almost 99% of your life is spent in fantasy. What is fantasy? Fantasy is nothing but you strongly believing you are not going to honor any word you give it to you, then why to bother, why to be aware of while you are thinking? See, for example, if you give word to somebody and fulfill, honor, they will listen whenever you talk. If they know you are not going to honor, are they going to listen? Same way, in you, you already decided, I am not going to honor. Then what is the need of listening while I am thinking? You yourself decide to become unaware while you are thinking, because you are so strong, so clear you are not going to honor it, is fantasy. Fantasy is nothing but you deciding not to be aware while you are thinking. Why you decide not to be aware while you think? Because you are sure you are not going to fulfill it. You are so sure you are not going to fulfill it. Right? How many of you cognize that while you think itself, you know you are not going to fulfill it? So sure. Raise the hand. Let me see. While you think you are already clear, I am not going to fulfill, let it go on. That is fantasy. That is fantasy. Why there is a mismatch in your inner and outer realities? Because almost all human beings miss the fundamental foundation required to live life integrity with yourself. life starts in you. Please understand. The energy, Kundalini energy, which gets created by your breathing, starts getting stored, means staying inside your body only when you start the integrity. Only when you start with integrity, the Kundalini starts staying, getting stored in your body. See, with every inhaling and exhaling, the Kundalini gets stored in your body. With every inhaling and exhaling, Kundalini is produced. But when there is lack of integrity, you don't remain aware while you think. Because you don't remain aware, all your thinking becomes fantasy, and the Kundalini energy just goes down the drain. See, if you don't live in a house, it will be filled with cobweb, dirt and dust, rat, cat and what not. Same way, if you don't maintain your rice go down, naturally the whole rice is going to be eaten by worms. Anything you don't attend rots, gets rotten. Same way, when you become unaware of the continuous thinking in you, it becomes fantasy. Listen, this is the reason why fantasies get built in you. Integrity is the first tattva. In Sanskrit we call it Sampurnata. Sampurnata is the word we use in Sanskrit for integrity. This is the first truth, first tattva, which has to become satya in you. How many of you think, God, I have given so many words to myself and never honored it? Raise your hand. The part of you is taking revenge on you continuously. Understand? Relax. The part of you which you did not honor, the cheated, that part is waiting in you and takes revenge on you whenever you want to take some progressive decision in your life. Whenever you make a big decision, immediately that part gets up. You are going to do. That's it. You collapse and you get upset and fight with that part. Convincing him takes 2 days. By the time your business is over. How many of you cognize, even now in the life you guys have this struggle? Raise your hand. Understand, listen, this is the first tattva. First tattva, first thing you need to do, sit with the mirror, look into your eyes, talk to yourself and complete all the commitments you gave you. Sit and whatever you can't fulfill, complete it, saying, yes, I wanted this, but for some reason this is not going to happen. So I complete myself from this word I have given to me. I free you from this word I have given to you.
जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्या।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां ज्ञानसम्बन्धमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respect. Sometimes the people so out of touch with reality. See, when you get the pattern of non-integrity with yourself, you don't even know what you are thinking. First thing, integrity will make you aware what words you are uttering to you, what commitments you are giving it to you. If you align yourself to this integrity, are you going to have, will you ever have any possible space for fantasy? No. The whole thing will become conscious thinking. Conscious acting. I tell you, nothing is wrong if it is out of your completion. Each time you are out of integrity, either inside or outside, you will not be connected to the reality of your life and you will suffer. Please understand. Listen. What is your life? Your confidence on you and others' confidence on you. Am I right? When you don't honor the word you gave it to you, you lose your confidence over you. And when you don't honor the words you give it to others, others lose confidence over you. Then how can life ever happen to you? By robbing, stealing, cheating, through burglary, you can have a middle class life and lower middle class life. You can never have a successful life. You may try, but you can never have a successful life by cheating and robbing and burglary. Anybody thinks you can have? No. You may think, no, if I just in one go get some 100 crore, I'll be able to have. No. No, you won't be able to have. All the conflicts you experience in your life, whether your relationships, your career, your health, any aspect of your life, if you look deeply, you will see that you are living in a condition of non-integrity. In those aspects of your life, you are living with a big hole, HOLE, called incompletion. In those aspects of life, apurnatva. When you restore your integrity, completion to all relationships of your life, starting with yourself, then other people in your life. See, restoring completion means, for example, you gave two mother. Maybe you are able to fulfill one, other one you will not be able to fulfill. Now talk to her and tell her very clearly, I gave you two commitment. One, first one, I can fulfill, and still I am committed to it, I will fulfill it. Second one, I will not be able to fulfill. So I complete with you. I free myself and from you, from the word I gave you. This is completion. Even if you tell them you can't complete, you can't fulfill, that is integrity. Listen. When you restore integrity, when you restore completion, now all of you know what I mean by restoring integrity and restoring completion. Telling that person all the commitment you gave and what you can fulfill and what you can't fulfill honestly is integrity. When your relationship with yourself, others and with life is complete and whole, your root center is awakened. The energy will be overflowing in your root center. Being in integrity in your relationship with yourself and others and with the life continuously awakens life energy in your root center. How many of you cognize that I have too many holes in my integrity with myself and integrity with others? Now let's restore. Okay? It is time we restore. Listen. It is not only fulfilling, even if you are not able to fulfill, by telling them you become complete. Even that is integrity. If I give a word to you, I will give you my watch. Either I should give it, that is integrity. If I can't, I should tell you I can't give, so I take my word back, I release myself from the word I gave you, and I release you from the word I gave you. This is completion. I tell you, integrity is a spiritual practice, not morality or ethics. It is a spiritual discipline. Let's do a very small exercise to find all the holes we have in integrity. Work on the knots that affect the root center. First, look into the relationship you share with yourself. Identify and write down the thoughts and words you use internally to describe yourself. Identify and write down the thoughts and words you use externally to share with others about yourself, identify if there is any mismatch between these two and write down that in your notebook. Understand? This is the time you give yourself to study you, who you are. Look into the relationship you share with your mother. Identify and write down the thoughts and words you use inside you and describe your mother. Identify and write down the thoughts and words you use externally to share with others. This includes even your mother. About your mother, identify if there is a mismatch, any mismatch between these two, and write that down in your notebook. Look into the relationship you share with your father. Identify and write down the thoughts and words you use internally to describe your father. Identify and write down the thoughts and words you use externally to share with others. This includes even your father. About your father, identify if there is any mismatch between these two and write down in your notebook. Please start. Just 3 minutes. One more important exercise. Pen down all the commitments you gave it to you and all the commitments you gave it to others. Whatever you gave, even if it's a commitment you will give a pencil to your classmate at the age of 1, when you are studying in the school. If you have fulfilled it, you don't need to write. If you have not fulfilled, please pen down. Now either you have to fulfill or complete. By saying you will not be able to fulfill. Clear? Come on, please pen down. You have only 3 to 5 minutes. Quickly finish. Shoe, I'll wear watch, I'll shave my head, or I'll have this kind of perfume, sandal, talcum powder, whatever, even small commitments you gave to you. If you have not fulfilled, pen down. If you have fulfilled, no problem. And about completion, now only you are learning. There is no way you would have completed. Either you would have fulfilled or not fulfilled. All unfulfilled, pen down. If you already fulfilled, no need to write. Forget about it. Next step is Bastrika. Let me show you. Inhale slowly through the nostrils and fill the abdomen completely. Exhale quickly, forcefully through the nose by contracting the abdominal muscles towards the spine. Let me show you. Inhaling and fill the abdomen and exhale quickly and forcefully through the nostrils by contracting the muscles towards the spine. Clear? Let me show you. All of you are clear? Inhaling through nostrils and fill the abdomen, then exhaling by quickly contracting it. Please do it. Do this continuously for next few minutes with closed eyes. You will feel like electric current, something passing into your brain and your brain becoming active. You can open your eyes. Now, just sit with your awareness of the words going inside you and outside you. Take a strong commitment to yourself. I will live integrity in my life. I will honor every word I give it to me and to others with commitment. If you have completed, great. Now, today, when you go back, sit with this list, sit with the mirror, and do completion with yourself. All the commitments you gave you, the words you gave you, whatever you can fulfill, tell yourself, I am going to fulfill it. Whatever you can't fulfill, tell yourself, I am liberating me from these words, because I am not going to fulfill them. Please do completion with yourself. Only then you will have respect for you. So every time you think, you give a word to you, have this awareness, you have to be in integrity with you. Clear? Don't leave any word not honored out of integrity with you or others. And same way others, whatever commitments you made towards others, the moment you go back from the class program, day after tomorrow, you will call them and tell them, whatever you are going to fulfill, tell them, I am going to fulfill, I am still committed. Other things, tell them, no, I am withdrawing, please understand, I am completing. There will be something which you can't fulfill now, but which you can do after 6 months. That also tell them now itself. Now I am completing, I am withdrawing from the commitment. After 6 months when I am able to do, I will give you the commitment again and fulfill. But now I am not going to give you the word. I am going to complete it. Free you from the word. Clear? Now, we will do a kriya process, awakening certain parts of your brain, the non-mechanical parts of your brain, which will make you very responsible with integrity. See, there are some parts of your brain, you literally made them insensitive by your non-integrity. That is the part responsible for fantasy, and that is the part responsible for unconscious thinking. Now, reawakening that part so that you become aware in your thinking and words you give it to others and you. Clear? Move to Batmasana or Vajrasana. Batmasana means placing the right foot on the left thigh and left foot on the right thigh. Listen, settle down in Batmasana. The next step, Shitali Pranayama, means extend the tongue outside the mouth and roll the sides of the tongue up so that it forms a tube like this. And inhale through this tube. Close the mouth and inhale through this tube. And after inhaling, exhale through the nose by closing the mouth. Let me show you. Do this continuously. This process awakens the non-mechanical parts of your brain. You are not going to stretch the tongue like a kali. No. Make it like a tube. Not this way. No. Inhaling through tongue, exhaling through nose. You are not going to hold. Please close your eyes and continue.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
You should drink water. The miracle powers will start happening with nirahara when you do these kriyas.
जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं.
The next energy center is being center. It is below the navel, above the root of the spine. Above the root, below the navel, that's the being center. This center is the energy current related to fear. The deep insecurity you feel, the constant insecurity, that makes this energy center blocked, dead, collapse. The hangover of insecurity, please understand. Fear means unable to tolerate or accept the definite happenings going to happen in your life, like a death. Insecurity means unable to face the lingering of different possibilities. There's a big difference, understand? Fear. Death is certain. If you are not able to accept that, you are fighting with it, you are inauthentic with it, that is fear. Insecurity, the different possible happenings of life. But there is no certain in this. If you are inauthentic with it, that is insecurity. Sometimes you may not have fear, but you will have insecurity. You may not have insecurity, you may have fear. You may have both. What is the way out of this insecurity? Understand? The way out for the way out of insecurity, the one and only way you can be out of insecurity is authenticity. Bring authenticity. Now I am defining authenticity. Please understand. Authenticity you have three identity. Please listen. Later on you can pen down. This is your body. That is why I am putting it an unshaped way. Body. Inside this body, what you feel as you, inside, that is called mamakara. Understand? Mamakara, the inner identity. Outside this body, what you project as you to others, that is ahankara. All of you understand? What you believe as you inside you, mamakara. What you project yourself outside you, ahamkara. What others perceive as you is anyakara. This is the third word I am introducing. Be very clear. A, B, C, D, E. What they expect from you is anyakara. All of you understand? You have three personality. Mamakara, ahankara, anyakara. Taking responsibility for all three is authenticity. Please listen. Taking responsibility for all three is authenticity. All of you will not have a problem when I say, be responsible for your mamakara and ahankara. You think, yes, that's right. What I think as me and what I project as me to the others, I am responsible. But everybody has a little, how can I be responsible for what others feel about me? Directly or indirectly, you create that expectation from them. You may not make a statement through your through your verbal language, but you make the statement through your body language. If we analyze your mamakara, ahankara, anyakara, you will understand you are responsible for it. How many of you feel, please listen, whatever others project about them to you, how many of you feel you don't believe it as it is? You take with pinch of salt. Raise your hand. When you don't believe how others project themselves to you, how do you expect others will believe you as you are projecting? Tell me. Still constantly you are in your own dream. When others project, I'll be very intelligent. I'll just put a pinch of salt in that and then take. But when I project, everyone is believing. Turn around and see everybody is laughing behind. How many of you feel, how can I be responsible for others' expectation about me? Raise your hand. Then who will be responsible? No. Listen. When you think they are responsible, you are powerless in your life. When you are clear, you are responsible. Life can never bring any surprise to you. Let me give you my own example. I was very clear about everyone's anyakara. Let me explain with my own example. See, in mamakara, I feel myself as a pure light. That is the idea I have about me. That's the experience I have about me. Just a pure emptiness, nothing else, nothing. My ahankara, the way I project myself to others, is an incarnation to transmit that experience. The anyakara people have to me, some feel I am Shiva, some feel I am Devi, some feel I may be an enlightened being. Some feel I may be a good sadhu. Some feel I am a good teacher. Some feel I am a fraud. Each one have their anyakara about me. Listen. Now I am making a statement. Whether somebody feels me as a Shiva or Devi, master, teacher or fraud, for everything I am responsible. When I allow somebody who feels as Shiva to worship me, who is not experiencing that space, is already feeling I am a fraud. Understand? See, somebody who had that space, for example, somebody might have received a healing from me or some miracle. So he comes and worships my feet, saying Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Nithyanandaya. When I allow that person, somebody else who has not had that experience, who is seeing, will think, what? This fellow is having so much of problem all around him, claims he is a god, must be fraud. Understand? From the beginning, I took the responsibility for both. That is why nobody is able to surprise me. See, understand? Authenticity means stretching yourself to everyone's anyakara. If somebody feels I am Shiva, I have to take the responsibility of fulfilling that space of Shiva in their life. Same way, somebody feels I am a teacher, I have to take the responsibility to fulfill the teacher place in their life. Somebody feels I am their father or mother, I have to take the responsibility and stretch myself to fulfill the role of the father and mother for them. Somebody feels I am a fraud, I am ready to protect myself and my sangha from his anyakara. I am taking the responsibility. This is authenticity. Understand? If I don't take responsibility for somebody feeling I am a fraud, then I will not be prepared. He will give me surprise. I will be powerless in front of him. Clear? So, any anyakara, you are responsible and be prepared to it. Nobody can topple you. Nobody can topple you. If you are authentic with all your three personalities. How many of you did not take the responsibility for the other's anyakara and have been shocked, surprised, made to feel powerless in your life? Raise your hand. Then you know. How many of you authentically feel, you have never seen me powerless during this whole problem and the crisis, I proved myself as a powerful? Then, why? Why do you think you think I am not being attacked? I have not been attacked. All possible brutal attacks have been done on me. Never felt powerless. Because, please understand, any component of your life, you don't feel responsible, you feel powerless. If you decide to take the responsibility for every component of your life, you feel powerful. Power comes with responsibility. Whenever you feel conflict, powerless, see clearly, you have not taken the responsibility for somebody's anyakara. How many of you are able to cognize what I am saying? That's it. These three, mamakara, ahankara, anyakara. See the mudra. Mamakara, ahankara, anyakara. When you take the responsibility for all three, that is authenticity. Authenticity is not just behaving as you think. A weird, chaotic, rowdyistic behavior is not authenticity. A man who is going mad can never be authentic. Authenticity means responsibility for others' anyakara about you. Others' expectation about you also, you set it. Understand? See, for example, if somebody comes and expects me to heal them, I set that example, I set that expectation. Now nobody is going to come and expect me to have 100th century in cricket to replace Tendulkar. You understand? Nobody is going to have that. No sensible man is going to come and expect from me, we want 100th century from Swamiji. No. What is going to be their anyakara? They may ask me to give some boon. They may ask me to give some healing. They may ask me to do something, some spiritual experience. Expects I am Shiva. Actually inside me I don't feel as Shiva. In my mamakara I don't feel I am a Shiva. In my ahankara I don't declare I am a Shiva. But I created the possibility for their expectation by performing something extraordinary, higher than human possibility. Understand? So now I have to take the responsibility for their anyakara also and stretch myself. Clear? I never declared I'm going to start playing the cricket and get 100th century for India. No. But I have declared the possibility of many divinities residing inside my being. When I say I am a pure space and when I declare I am here to transmit that experience to you, I opened up some possibilities. Those possibilities are only others' expectations. So if you look and analyze others' anyakara about you, you will also see indirectly you instigated them to have that anyakara. How many of you are able to cognize with what I am saying? So we'll take 3 minutes to study. Pen down what you feel as you. Please listen. In your notebook, make it as a 2-page. The center make a line and listen first. Then you can do. In a page, make a line and make it as a 2-part. Here, mamakara. What I feel as me. And here, ahankara. What I project me to the others. Naturally, here it will be completely frightened, terrified, horrified. And here, courageous, bold. And here, naturally lazy, dumb, not interested in working, not interested in studying. Here, very powerful, brisk, handsome, charismatic. Whatever way you project. So come on, write this mamakara and ahankara, then separate page, write what others, the feedback you received from others and which has really hurt you. Understand, that is anyakara. The feedback you received from others about you and which has hurt you, which is still in your memory. Please understand, whether it is good or bad, if you are not able to stretch yourself to that, it will be hurting you. All of you are able to catch it? What I am saying? All of you are able to cognize it? For example, if somebody expects I should give the Vishwarupa Darshana, if I am not able to stretch myself to that, it will be staying inside me as a hurt. Because I created the possibility for their expectation. I have to stretch myself to that. Clear?
जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं.
So, whenever you are not able to fulfill the right right anyakara, and not able to protect yourself from the wrong anyakara, the hurt stays in you. Write that as a third page. Clear? Hurting somebody who is not hurting you, that is also inauthenticity. See, if you are hurting somebody who is not hurting you, that is also inauthenticity. You can see, I'll never start the arrows first from my side. I'll wait, only when the arrows come, I catch it and return it. I don't waste the resource. Rebuild yourself. We'll start the next step. Please listen. Next step is taking the responsibility. First thing, how many of you cognize? Listen. How many of you cognize others' anyakara about you is completely independent of what your mamakara and ahankara? So this means you project something and they expect something else. Am I right? So who is responsible for that? It is the discrepancy between mamakara and ahankara oozes out even though you are trying to cover it. It is like you are trying to cover the flood with a plastic sheet. And you say, no, you be inside, don't. And it is going below your feet. They are seeing it. No, that is what is happening. That is what is the truth. Taking responsibility for all the three. Listen. When you see a quality in mamakara which ahankara is not accepting, cancel it. When you see a quality in ahankara which mamakara is not accepting, cancel it. Finally you will see only either one or two or no quality is left in this page. If one or two are left, encourage that quality in you. If nothing is left, then live happily. You have only one responsibility of anyakara. Fulfill that. That's all. Clear? So these two, the fight between these two resolve first. That is the first step for authenticity. The first step for authenticity is resolving the fight between mamakara and ahankara. That is in your hand. You can do it today. Is there anybody feeling, no, that I have kept it in locker, maybe I need few days to go and get it out and then only I can do it? No. So that discrepancy, conflict between mamakara and ahankara can be solved today. Now, am I right? Solve it. Once more, you want the instruction? Listen. Yes, listen here. Mamakara and ahankara. You be in the mic, ma. Sometimes not responsible. Here in ahankara, is there any quality contradicting it? No. Is it not? So just leave it. Bold in mamakara, you feel. Ahankara, what it says. I think diagnosis itself is something you need to look in, ma. Do you feel inside you are bold in the heart? And then in expressing you have not even written that subject. Then in the ahankara also it should come as bold. Is it not? When you express. Yes, then sir. That quality has no contradiction. No. Encourage that. Yes. See what she has written. I'll just give you the. She wrote about mamakara. Sometimes not responsible, bold, straightforward, motherliness, truth, responsible, power, energetic, confident, courageous, not made money for personal expenses in personal account, not wore best clothes earlier. Since prompt, I have not proved in our business and profession. And ahankara, angry, loud shouter, hurt, serious, did not express love, arrogant. So now, in this and this, what all contradictions are there? When you say responsible, arrogance cannot be there.
I don't have contradictions, Swamiji.
And that is what? No, there will be, what I am saying. When you live as responsibly, arrogance won't be there.
No,
so naturally, remove the arrogance.
But straightforwardly with some people...
No, straightforwardness will never have arrogance. It will have confidence, courage. It will not have arrogance.
So other sanyakara that...
and that you have to write in the third page.
Okay,
that is what I am saying. When you write arrogant, it is based on others' feedback about you. That has to go in the third page. What you project, what you declare by your action, not what others perceive by your action.
So when others told that I felt maybe I am showing arrogant, that is
no, that will come in anyakara.
Yes, so much.
So now, so with this understanding, if you do the rework, I can say, as far as you concern, there are not much contradiction. So all these qualities you feel in mamakara, you can empower it. So that is responsibility. That is authenticity.
Thanks so much.
Clear? All of you are clear about this example? Now, how many of you have one or two qualities left which you are going to make it alive? Means become authentic with it. Raise the hand. How many of you feel no qualities are left? Everything is crass. Raise the hand. Then you have only anyakara. Take responsibility for that. Let me see. How many of you? No qualities left. Everything has crashed each other. Raise the hand. Only now I have a responsibility of anyakara. How many of you feel there are one or two qualities left after the fight? You are clear now? At least the whole process? Let's move now to the Kriya. This Kriya awakens the non-mechanical parts of your brain to keep you aware and do not allow the inauthenticity to settle down. Please listen. If your brain is kept active just 5% more, authenticity comes on you like a blanket. Early morning the bedsheet you pull, after the alarm rings, that is inauthenticity. And the moment you say it's okay, you have fallen. Even if 5% of your brain is active, extra active, then your regular day-to-day, for most of you, only 10% is active, not more than that. And if just 5% more is enough, you will not say it's okay. You will stand with the decision of authenticity. So this process is going to pump energy into your brain to keep the non-mechanical parts of the brain continuously active. Clear? So let's start the Kriya. Matsyendrasana. Matsyendrasana. Please project ma. Stretch the right leg and put the left leg. See, I'm showing. This is asana. Alright, I myself will demonstrate. Right? Stretch the right leg, put the left leg on the right knee and use the right hand to support your head. Because please understand, in this posture, the Kundalini path, use the right hand to support the chin. The whole Kundalini path gets aligned. In this posture, just inhale and exhale deeply, as deeply as possible for few minutes. Start. See, your spine should really be twisted as much as possible. You should feel the twist of the spine. Left hand just support. Use. Continue to be in the same posture. The Kumbhaka starts. Plavini Kumbhaka means inhale completely through both the nostrils. Once you have finished inhaling, put your chin on the chest like. If you put this, you will be able to hold the air inside. Hold as long as you can. When you feel you can't hold anymore, exhale slowly through the nostrils, through the nose. Clear? Let me show you. Clear? Please do this continuously and keep your eyes closed. See, here is a puzzle. Listen. Listen. How many of you feel for some problem you think and finally find a solution, You feel a click, wow, I am relieved from this problem once for all. But listen. But after 4 days, you forget the solution, again drilling about the problem, and after 2 days, again you find the same solution and feel, oh God, this same problem, same solution long before I found. How come I forgot and I am discovering the same solution again, only to again forget the solution? How many of you have this experience? Raise your hand. Cognize. All of you have problem in navel center. When the integrity and authenticity, both of them are lacking, means lack of integrity and inauthenticity merge with each other, overlap on each other. That confusion is called worrying. The chaos between inauthenticity and lack of integrity. It's like one fellow has entered your house to rob you, another one fellow has entered your house to kill you. Both of them saw you, both of them were trying to approach your bedroom. On the way, both of them are creating sound and fighting with each other. That chaos is worry. Inauthenticity and lack of integrity. See, because of lack of integrity, the problems come. Somehow, with little authenticity, you find the solution. But because of inauthenticity pattern, again you forget the solution. Understand? Forgetting the solution you discovered by yourself means most unconscious mental setup. You are most dangerous fellow. Nobody can live around you. Better you don't involve anybody in your life. Means if you are unmarried, don't marry. If you are married, divorce as early as possible. Don't bring kids. Move out of society. That is less danger for society. Because the solutions which you found, you are forgetting within few days, only to find the same problem and find the same solution. Do you understand how much of unconscious layer of unconscious? Listen. Do you understand? Do you cognize the gravity of the situation? Raise your hand. I'm not making fun. See, it's like it's like the solutions you find are supposed to be the future course of life. It's like you want to go to Bangalore, you take a GPS, find a route with all the clear way and get into the car, and after going to the road you forget and go towards Mysore. Only to find out in Srirangapatnam that you are going towards the Mysore. Then you start driving here by Ramnagara, you forget and take another turn and go away to Hosur. By the time you reach the electronic city, you forget. Then no, you remember, you are away from Bangalore. Then you start moving towards Bangalore. Then you again forget and take the Hyderabad route. Just then imagine what kind of a situation you are in. It's a most horrible space to exist. First of all, 90% of the people don't find solution. And somehow you find solution and you forget that also. How many of you, please listen, cognize, even arriving to the solution, that thought pattern will be same second time, third time when you discover the solution. But you will forget you traveled the same route and found that same solution. Raise the hand. This is called addiction. Whatever problem for which you are trying to find a solution, you are addicted to it. Addiction means forgetting the solutions once you found and getting caught in the same problem, again to find the same solution, just to forget the solution again, to find the same solution again. To forget the solution again, to find the same solution again. If you are caught in this rut, mark my word, impossible for you to grow in life. You may have wealth as an unfortunate way, not as a fortune. Never you will taste success of life, completion in life, fulfillment in life. First thing you have to attend is, it is an emergency. In war mode you have to attend to this. More and more hangover and incompletion of thoughts you have inside you, the more and more forgetful you become. Listen. Incompletion means, the first session I described, when you commit with you and others, do not honor, that is incompletion. Those incompletions become hangover in you. When the incompletions become layer and layer, you become forgetful even about the incompletions. Forgetfulness happens to you when you are overwhelmed by constant incompletion of thoughts happening inside you, and that leads to constant worrying to happen inside you. How many of you authentically cognize this happening inside you? So you guys have to immediately attend and do the completion with you and with others. Immediately, today, it is like if your bladder is full, how fast you run to the restroom. With that speed you have to run to do the completion. If your bladder is full, the speed with which you are running to the washroom, that should be the speed. You have to take up completing with yourself and others as an emergency mode. As emergency mode. One more thing kindles this pattern of worrying is cribbing. How many of you feel, listen, if you crib, it is very cute, you have a freedom to crib. It's like a whole day I work, 100 things I do perfectly. Some 2-3 things I can crib. I have a right to crib. I am authorized to crib. Why? When 90% I do perfect, 10% why can't I crib? People who live around me should tolerate my 10% cribbing. I have the right. How many of you feel your cribbing is very cute? Understand what I am saying? For example, you see, 100 days you attend the morning yoga regularly. Listen here, listen. 100 day you attend the morning yoga regularly. So you think 101st day, 100 days I attended. Swamiji should understand. Earlier I used to attend only 10 days. Now I attended 100 days. Today I can take off. It's okay. If you ask me, I'll crib. What is there one day? Can't I take one day off? Am I a slave or what? Even one day can't I sleep? Now all of you cognize? How many of you feel your cribbing is cute and you have a right for cribbing? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. This is the door for hell. Get in. No, really. The moment you cognize something as authenticity and crib and say it's okay, you're destroyed. It's okay pattern destroys you straight away. I have seen in my life, it's okay that cribbing does not start for big problems. It starts only with small problems. When it becomes pattern, only then it attacks the big things. And you will not be able to save yourself from big problems. I know when a brahmachari starts cribbing and feels very cute when he misses one day morning yoga, I know he has fallen into the ditch where nobody can save. Because then next day he will say okay to the brahmacharya itself. It's okay, what is there? Because it's okay starts attacking you from small way and makes you lose confidence over your authenticity, then suddenly attacks you in a big way and you say okay to it. When your mom gives you 10 rupee and asks you to buy something from the shop, when you come back, if you just take away 50 paise for a cigarette or for a candy, that is where the womanizer in you starts, the robber in you starts, drunkard in you starts, murderer in you starts. Don't think day one you will start doing the murder. Day one you will not start becoming alcoholic. Day one you are not going to become a murderer. Or day one you are not going to become a burglar. Day one you are not going to become a womanizer. Understand? It's okay. That pattern surrounds you slowly and weakens you. Like a white ant. White ant, how it gets in? Slowly. It weakens the tree. And one day even in an ordinary breeze, the tree falls. How many of you feel you allowed the white ant, it's okay to settle in your system? And authentically, how many of you feel? Every time when you understand, cognize only, solve. It's okay is the demon. The cute cribbing means, hey, why can't I just do this much? Just after all, this is very ordinary. Somewhere, a very small thing, but which you know, which is not authentic to you, to your mamakara, ahankara and anyakara. And you say, it's okay, I can pamper myself, it's after all a small thing. That is where the demon starts in you. I call it cute cribbing, which is not cute. Which is not cute. which is dangerous. I have seen people just burying themselves just with this cute cribbing. Cute cribbing keeps the worrying alive. It keeps the fire of worrying rekindled. How many of you understand the gravity of cribbing? How many of you feel just because of that cute cribbing, you have lost very valuable things in your life? Very important things in your life. Is it worthy? Understand, cute cribbing is like snowballing. It starts as very simple, ends up as the worst thing. There's a very beautiful incident in Vivekananda's life. He asks a brahmachari to do puja and says, don't waste things. This is Guru Vak. And that brahmachari uses a second matchstick to light a lamp. He was so unaware, irresponsible, he wasted the first matchstick. He used the second matchstick to light the lamp. Vivekananda sent him out of the campus. Means kicked him out of the Sangha. He said, cribbing has started in you. You need to get out of this cribbing pattern and come back. You may say, for a matchstick, brahmachari sent out. Vivekananda puts it beautifully. This is the way cribbing starts. Inauthenticity enters. Because it is small things, it becomes pattern. You allow it to become a pattern. After that, you yourself see it has become a big prison for yourself. You are not able to get out of it. How many feel you have built a prison around you because of that cribbing pattern? Cognize. Authentically cognize and then participate. Cognize and let me see. How many? Raise the hand. Others are not able to cognize, or how many are not able to cognize what I am saying? Raise your hand. Understand? Let me define once more. Like small ways allowing the inauthenticity or lack of integrity in your life. For example, you tell somebody, tomorrow evening I'll meet you for dinner. Neither you honor the word, nor you call and tell the person I won't be coming. And you think, he's my friend, it's okay, and I can tell him day after tomorrow. Understand what I am saying? So this is the way, after all I met him so many times, I honored my word. Once not honoring is not it's okay, it's not a big thing. Do you cognize now? Cognize means internally process, understand and answer, declare. Clear now? I have met him on time 100 times and I am authorized, qualified once not to meet and dishonor the word. Pampering yourself by cribbing. Cribbing is the bomb and you thinking it is cute is the fire. And unfortunately, bomb is in the right space below. unfulfilled, out of integrity, commitments in you, which forms the basis for the worrying pattern in you. Unfulfilled, out of integrity, commitments in you, which forms the basis for the worrying patterns in you. 0.0001% of you which is cribbing can destroy the whole authenticity in you. It's only 1 drop poison is required to destroy 1 pot milk. Destruction comes in a small way. Understand? Destruction comes in a very small way. Don't allow even that one small destruction. Worry is nothing but giving words to yourself, thinking you will not know the words you gave it to you. Words like, whatever I do will not be successful. I am going na, that's all. Urupta marda. I am going na, let's see what will happen. No, these are the words constantly you give for you. How many of you cognize that you give this kind of negative words constantly to yourself? Raise your hand. That's it. This is what is worrying. Cribbing is the first stage cancer. Chronic worrying is the last stage cancer. That's all. But last stage cancer always starts as first stage cancer. In the first stage, if you don't do the chemotherapy of integrity and completion, the first stage is going to become fourth stage. Is there anybody who thinks, no, I will not do the chemotherapy in the first stage and it will not become fourth stage, last stage of the cancer? Anybody? If you are thinking that way, you are a fool. Be very clear. Understand, worry is nothing but giving words to yourself, thinking you will not know the words you gave it to you. Worry leads to hypocrisy. Worrying means not having integrity and authenticity with yourself and not even realizing that you are not having integrity and authenticity with yourself. Not only not having, not even realizing you are not having. That is worrying. If you bring integrity with you, you know every word I give, I have to fulfill. Better let me give words consciously. If I give a wrong word, let me immediately complete it. Even once I say I am a fool, I will immediately have to complete. No, I am not a fool. I gave a wrong word to myself. I am not going to fulfill and prove I am a fool. If you don't complete, you are going to prove you are a fool. Unconsciousness has become thinking style in you. After working with millions of disciples' minds, with my enlightened consciousness, I came to one conclusion. Man, if he wants to reach the west, he walks towards the east. Please understand. Keeping Kala Bhairava as witness, I give you this word. Man, if he wants to achieve west, he walks towards east. This is such an unfortunate thing for human beings, because your whole thinking style and the connection between thinking and the acting, whole thing has become a rotten, cancerous pus unconsciousness. You want love continuously from others, and you continuously hold on without opening you even to receive the love from others. Even if you are given love, you feel, why this fellow is loving me so much? I think he is going to exploit me. He is planning for some exploitation. How many of you have felt that when you are showered, you feel the other person who is showering is planning for some exploitation? You may be cheated or exploited. Raise your hand. How many of you felt you need love in your life? Raise your hand. See. How many of you raised the hand for both? Raise your hand. Do you understand now? You want love on side, and when you are showered, you plan and you think. They are planning to exploit you. Do you get it? Human beings walk exact opposite direction towards their goal. What they believe as goal, what they do to achieve, are exactly opposite. You want love. When somebody showers, you feel he is planning to exploit. You don't want hatred. But you feel empty if there is nobody hating you, because you have no fight. With fight, your ego becomes strong. Authenticity loses its power over you. Without fight, authenticity loses power over you. With fights, you can always justify your inauthenticity. See, so many fights, that is why I have to be inauthentic. The moment you bring authenticity into your thinking, worry disappears. As long as you don't bring authenticity into your thinking, integrity into your thinking, worry continues to rule you. How many of you cognize you want to get out of this cute cribbing, worrying? Now bring authenticity into your thinking, integrity into your thinking. Let's do the small exercise, assignment. Please give the paper. Now we are going to work on the knots that affect the Manipuraka chakra, navel center. Please listen. Write down all aspects of your life that you worry about in your life. Second, for each of these worrying aspects of your life, write down the thoughts you have, the words you utter, and the actions you take. Identify where you are not being in integrity. Examine where you gave your words and did not honor and fulfill them. Remember, whenever you are not integrated with your inner and outer words you utter, worrying will become pattern in you. Third, look at your life and identify all the things that you forget most often. For example, you regularly forget to take your medicine. You forgot where you kept your car keys. Examine what are the words you utter in all these aspects in your life where you are forgetful. Identify and write down where you are not in integrity with your words. And even the solutions you find, forget, after 2 days you find the same problem and same solution. Pen down that also.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Kriya. Listen. This Kriya awakens the unconscious part of your brain so that constantly you can be in consciousness. This Kriya is mainly to bring your whole being to consciousness. Okay? Ready? We will start the Kriya. Please sit in Gomukhasana. Means this is exactly the posture I am sitting. Completely cross-legged, putting your hands on the feet, both the feet. Both the feet. Please move to Gomukhasana. Next step. In Gomukhasana, inhale and exhale as deeply as possible. Very slowly but deeply inhale and exhale. Just for a few minutes. Please be in the same posture. The same posture, Uddiyana Bandha, means place the palms on the knees, keep the spine straight. Take a deep breath in and exhale completely. Just inhale and exhale. Understand? Inhale and exhale. After exhaling, put your chin on the chest. When your lungs are empty, put your chin on the chest and hold the breath. Hold your lungs empty as long as you can. All of you get it? Listen. Inhale and exhale. Let me show you. Now my lungs are empty. Now putting the chin on the chest. And pull your abdominal muscles back as much as you can, as if it is going to touch your back muscles. When you can't hold anymore, relax. Do this again and again. Please listen, you can't hold the air inside the lungs. What you did the earlier sessions, holding inside the lungs. Now it is not that. Outside the lungs. Lungs should be empty. This awakens all your unconscious zones of the brain to consciousness. Close your eyes and start. Close your eyes and start this process. Listen to the next step. Be in the same posture. Slowly allow the body to inhale. With a bellowing sound, forcefully blow out the air. Let me show you. Use the nostril to push the air out. Then automatically, please understand, use only this muscle, area muscles. You don't have to use this. This will automatically work. Come to the same posture, Gomukhasana. Use the face muscles and nose. Forcefully blow out the air. And body will automatically inhale. Don't use other parts of the body's muscles. Continue to do this. Close your eyes and continue to do this. Now, the next step is Brahmari Pranayama means intensely hum from your navel. As deeply as possible, as loudly as possible. Continue to hum in the same posture. Please start. Close your eyes. Relax. You can open your eyes. Let's gather for next session. Thank you. The meditation process, life bliss meditation. The meditation process which creates the perpetual completion in your system. I give you a few minutes, please settle down and adjust yourself, make yourself comfortable. Then I lead you step by step. Yes. The first step, please understand, first step of the process is chaotic breathing, means awakening and arising the prana, life energy level in your body to its peak possibility. It is the most dynamic aspect. You can put your hands on the hip and start breathing as deep as possible and as powerfully as possible. It's like hyperventilating you. That's all, nothing else. Hyperventilating. I can show you. Use your whole body to breathe. The first step is 7 minutes. If you want, you can sit on your heels with knees and feet together in Vajrasana, or you can sit comfortably. But use your whole body and breathe. Use your whole body and breathe. I can demonstrate by myself. See here. Use your whole body and breathe as deeply as possible and as powerfully as possible, but as comfortably as possible. Let your whole body become alive. Let the hyperventilation happen in you. Sincere as much as you can. Do it as long as you are comfortable. Just don't increase your high blood pressure if you are If you have high blood pressure, do it mildly, comfortably. Others do it sincerely, authentically. Now, move to the next step. Intense humming. Sit in the same way, either sitting on your knees or sit comfortably, but hum as intensely as possible. Let your whole awareness be with the humming sound. It's almost like if you put your mouth into empty vessel and create a vibration, how it will be same way. Hum as intensely as possible. Let your whole body vibrate with that humming sound. As possible, as intensely as possible. possible. Do it as sincerely as possible, as loudly as possible, as deeply as possible. The next step. Bring your awareness to the 7 energy centers in your body. I'll guide you step by step. First, the root of the spine. Visualize yourself a powerful, bright sun in your root center, the root of the spine. Be in the space of restful awareness. Now bring your awareness to the spleen center, the spleen area. Visualize yourself as a powerful light, the spleen area. Bring yourself to the navel center. See yourself in your navel center as a powerful light. Now, bring your awareness to the heart center, center of the heart. Visualize yourself as a powerful light. Now, bring your awareness to the throat center, Vishuddhi Chakra. Now, bring your awareness to the third eye, between both the eyes, Ajna Chakra. See yourself as a powerful light on the third eye. Bring your awareness to the crown center. The top of your head, Sahasrara Chakra. See yourself as a light on the crown center. With my integrity and authenticity, I bless you all. Let you all experience Kundalini awakening. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Now, just relax, sit in the space of unclutched, decide to yourself, you will sit in the space of perpetual completion. Any incompletion comes up, complete and drop them. Be in the space of perpetual completion. Any doubt, fear, powerlessness comes up in you, distractions comes up in you, complete them and drop them. Be in the space of perpetual completion, unclutched. I bless you all and initiate all of you. Let your Kundalini Shakti be intensely awakened. Let your brain mirror the neuron activities of an incarnation, the peak possibility. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
கருணார்ணவமாய் கருதக்கதினல்கும் அருணாச்சல சிவமேதா அதுவே தலம் அருணாச்சலம் தலம் யாவிலும் அதிகம் யாமொரு மறுமத்தலம் பதியாமவனகிலே பதிவாரொளி மலையாய் நிதம் அருணாச்சலமெனவே ஆதி அருணாச்சல பேரற்புதலிங்கத்திற்குள் ஆதிநாள் மார்கையில் ஆதிரை அஜோதியும் ஈசனை மாமரர் ஏற்றி வழிபட்ட நாள் மாசி சிவராத்திரி அம்மக்கு தங்களருளால் உலகம் தவங்குவதற்கன்று இறைவன் சித்தனென என்றும் எனதுள்ளே பொங்கி ஒளிரும் புகைப்பல் போகமொடு என்றுள்ளே தகையவியலால் பொல்லாவினைகள் புகழீது இல்லாததுவாம் எது கண்ணுறலால் எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே தெரியலை உற்று கண்ணுற்றால் கருத்தினால் ஊற கருதினால் உண்மை வருத்தமுறாது வராத வேதாந்த அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் பார்க்குமுண்டாமே அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் பார்க்குமுண்டாமே யோசனை மூன்றாம் இத்தல வாசற்கு வாசருதி கையாதியும் பாசமில் சாயுச்சியம் பயக்கும் ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே
என்றுமே அறமோரம்பத்து இருப்பிடமித்தலும் தான் ஒன்றுவாக்கிற பின்னாலும்
നൽകും അരുണാചല ശിവമേതാ. அதுவே தலம் அருணாச்சலம் தலம் யாவிலும் அதிகம். அது பூமியின் இதயம் அறி அதுவே சிவன் இதய பதியாம் ஒரு மறுமத்தலம் பதியாம் அவன் அதிலே பதிவானொளி மலையாய் நிதம் அருணாச்சலமெனவே. அருணாச்சல பேரற்புதலிங்க குருக்கள் ஆதினாள் மார்கையில் ஆதிரை அஜோதியும் ஈசனை மால்மரர் ஏற்றி வழிபட்ட நாள் மாசி சிவராத்திரி அம்மக்கு. தங்களருளால் உலகம் தோன்றுவதற்கன்று இறைவன் சித்தனென என்றும் எனதுள்ளே பொங்கி ஒளிரும் புகைப்பல் போகமொடு என்றுள்ளே. தகையவியலால் பொல்லாவினைகள் குணமாய் புகழேது இல்லாததுவாம் எது கண்ணுறலால் எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே. தெரியவில்லை உற்று கண்ணுற்றால் கருத்தினால் ஊற கருதினால் உண்மை வருத்தமுறாது வராத வேதாந்த கருத்த விஞ்ஞானம் பார்க்குண்டாமே அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் பார்க்குண்டாமே. யோசனை மூன்றாம் இத்தலவாசற்கு வாசருதி கையாதியும் பாசமில் சாயுச்சியம் பயக்கும் ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே.
என்றுமே அறமோரம்பத்து இருப்பிடமித்தலும் தான் ஒன்றுவாக்கிற பின்னாமும்
அருணாச்சல சிவமே.
I bless you all. Let you all experience the complete completion with yourself and others. Let you all be the space of perpetual completion. Let you all be the space of perpetual possibility. Let you all be the space of perpetual living enlightenment. Let you all be the space of perpetual living Advaita. I request every one of you, please practice this life bliss meditation every day. The guiding music is available for free download in our website. You can download this music with voice guided. The guided CD is available in our website for free download. I request all of you to download this guided meditation CD from our website and practice this meditation every day and experience the happiness dose of happiness in your life. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.